habitat.
You mean the tent?
You go right ahead and call it a tent if you like, Grubby. The fact remains that it allows us to very easily turn the airship into a house. And now first, we must lower the yardarm to its lowest position.
Okay, Gimmick. How's that?
Oh, that's fine. And now let's lower the airbag.
Lower away.
I got this end.
A little lower. Okay, that's good. Tie it off. All right, now, let's raise the hot air tube up through the top of the airbag.
Okay. Heave ho. There.
Well, there it is.
Well, how about that? It does look like a house.
Gimmick's idea did work very well. We were able to turn the airship into a house.
There's a lot of room in here, too.
Now, I propose we stay here overnight to test the pliable habitat. We're very close to the Great Desert. Maybe, if we're lucky, there'll be a torrential rain or a violent sandstorm.
Oh, swell. If we're gonna be here all night, I think we ought to go out and rustle up something to eat.
Somehow I had a feeling you were going to say that, Grubby. So we walked away from the airship looking for food. Soon Grubby discovered some root plants. Then we found some wild berries. Before long, it was starting to get dark.
Uh-oh. Hey, Teddy. Doesn't that cave remind you of the one where the Mudblups captured us?
Yes, I guess it does a little.
Oh, don't worry, my boy.
Why not?
I've done a rather thorough evaluation of the Mudblup creatures, and for them to be found this far north is virtually impossible.
Suddenly, we were surrounded by mudblups. The mudblups were very angry, just like the ones we had been captured by before. Pardon me, Mr. Mudblup. Is there something that we've done to irritate you?
Hey, would you guys like any of these roots? Be quiet and keep moving. That's funny. Those other mudblups loved my roots, too.
There is a possibility that these are a slightly different species of mudblub. That would account for my miscalculation about them being this far north.
I was wondering how you were going to account for that.
The mudblups took us through their tunnels to a cell. They closed the door and locked it.
We'll deal with you later. Well, I'm glad they're gone. Why do you suppose every mudblup we run into wants to lock us up?
I don't know, Grubby. I can't understand it.
Yes, it is a very bad habit.
We waited there for many hours. Then we heard a loud rumble.
What was that?
It sounds like thunder.
Hey, Gimmick, maybe you're gonna get that rainstorm you wanted.
Grubby was right. Before long, we could hear the sound of rain on the ground overhead. Then rainwater started seeping into the cell.
Oh, fellas, my feet are getting muddy.
Hey, that gives me an idea. We all took mud and smeared it on ourselves.
Oh, Teddy, why are we doing this?
You probably know why we did it, don't you? It's so we'll look like mudblups, Grubby. Then we can escape.
Oh, I get it. That's smart, Teddy.
Thank you, Grubby. Oh, Mr. Guard.
Oh, Mr. Guard. Yoo-hoo. What's going on here? Hey, what are you doing in there? What are those other three?
Blub, 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 blub. We got locked in here by mistake. Let us out so we can find them. Blub, 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 blub. Please?
All right, get out of there. You're gonna be in trouble if we can't find them.
We made our way through the tunnels, pretending to look for the escaped prisoners.
Where did they go? Let's find them.
Where did we go? Where did we go?
Not we, Gimmick.
Oh, yes. I mean they. Where did they go?
Who are you looking for?
The three escaped prisoners. Have you seen them?
What do they look like?
One is about my height and very smart.
Well, never mind that now. Which way is the entrance?
It's just down there and to the right. Thank you very much.
We finally found the entrance to the Mudblups City and started running back towards the airship. It was still raining, and the mud washed off of us as we ran. But then we noticed that the Mudblups were following us.
Oh, look, Teddy. They're after us.
Run! Run!
We didn't think that we were going to get away. But then the morning sun broke through the clouds, and the Mudblups ran for the darkness of their tunnels.
Teddy, now I remember how sensitive the Mudblups' eyes are to bright light.
Indeed. That's why they never come out during the daytime.
We made it back to the airship.
It looks like everything in here is nice and dry. Apparently, the pliable habitat passed the test.
I'll start a fire in the stove so we can dry off.
We sat around the fire getting warm and talking about how lucky we were to have escaped the Mudblups.
Yeah, we were lucky, but we would still be locked up in that cell if you hadn't thought of how to escape, Teddy.
Oh, thank you, Grubby.
Yes, indeed, Teddy. You certainly did use your imagination.
And it's good to be able to come back to this nice, cozy, pliable habitat.
Well, thank you, Grubby. And, I'm sorry about the monkey wrench.
Yeah, and I'm sorry about the oatmeal. You know, after seeing how sloppy those Mudblups are, Gimmick, I think you're the best housekeeper in the world.
After we were dry, we got the airship ready and lifted off.
Okay, gang, back to Gimmick's house. Do that way.
Well, I think that Grubby and Gimmick and I all had a chance to remember just how lucky we were to have good friends. And I think we learned a little lesson, too. That when you live with other people, it's lots easier if everybody helps to keep things neat. Mudblup! Mudblup! He used to walk in a bright dirt-clad, a nitty-gritty swamp. He's a come-to-life mud puddle, a really yucky blob.
He's dirty on the outside and on the inside too. He tries to make you think that being neat is hard to do. So don't invite a Mudblup to your house.
You could be sorry.
Or you're gonna be dusting for a year. No, no, no. No, don't invite a Mudblup to your house. They'll be ripping all your clothing
And grime inside your ear.
There'll be gunk in all the carpets, and handprints on the wall. There'll be rings around the bathtub, and fuzzies down the hall.
He isn't very choosy. He spreads his dirt around. He wants to make the floors inside your house look like the ground.
So don't invite a Mudblup to your house. Or you're gonna be dusting for a year. No, 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 don't invite a Mudblup to your house.
Or clean your filthy room up is all that you will hear.
The furniture he touches will suddenly look used. The bed is a disaster and the couch is all abused.
And one place he likes most of all is on your closet floor. He piles things up so doggone high that you can't close the door. Mudblups, 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 Mudblups. He's a walking upright dirt clod, a nitty-gritty slob. He's a come-to-life mud puddle. He's a really yucky blob.
One thing about a mudblup, he isn't hard to find.
He leaves a trail of dust and dirt 3 inches deep behind. A mudblup doesn't clean things up. He doesn't quite know how. He says he'll do it later, but don't bother me right now.
He teaches you bad habits.
He teaches you to lie.
The smudges round the light switch must be some other guy.
So don't invite a mudblup to your house. You could be sorry, or you're gonna be dusting for a year. No, don't invite a mudblup to your house. Your ears will be so full of dirt that you can't even hear. So every now and then a little trick that you might do is check and see if there's a mudblup living there with you. And if there is, and it was you who asked him to come in, then clean up all his messes and just send him out again. Don't invite a mudblup to your house, whatever you do, or you're gonna be dusting for a year. No, don't invite a mudblup to your house. Your ears will be so full of dirt that you can't even hear.